Ist hier noch was? Da hinten kann ich zumindest was... Ach, lass mich raten, jetzt kann ich hier die ganzen Sachen lesen, ne? Hm. Dein Ratgeber in Sachen Liebe. Wie man seiner großen Liebe Komplimente macht, die Kunst der Verführung, der Mythos der einzigartigen wahren Liebe, den Kranz der Liebe der heiligen Kathleen verschenken, Zweisamkeit und die Begrüßung des Sonnenaufgangs. Okay. Also haben wir im Endeffekt einfach nur ein bisschen Infos hier bekommen. Okay. Vielleicht drin steht, wie ich meine Sachen bekomme. Also wie ich so eine Albinärbeere. Wobei, ich habe doch sicher auch einfach die passenden Samen, die ich dann einfach aussehen muss. Ich müsste nur mal gucken, wo Albinär liegt. In Foldland. Und dann kann ich einfach die entsprechenden Samen wahrscheinlich aussehen und dann kriege ich meine Beeren. Wo liegt Albinär? Das ist im Süden? Das ist unten bei Adrestia? Das Doofe ist, man kann sich ja nicht die Karte einfach angucken. Gib mir mal eine Map von Foldland. Foldland Map. Welches Land ist Albinär? Ach, oben links. Also das im Nordosten, Westen ist Albinär. Es ist bei Adrestia dran, ja. Heißt... Westfoldland-Samen? Am ehesten noch? Oder... ich könnte Nord und West mal versuchen zusammen reinzuschmeißen. Okay. Gut, dann gehen wir jetzt ein paar Supports machen. Weil ich glaube, das wird uns teilweise einfach das Essen auch ersparen, wenn ich die Charaktere eben mal auf A-Rang hochschiebe. So, du möchtest wissen, was Ignaz so macht. Das ist eine Lüge, aber ich muss es trotzdem tun.
How incredible. What a striking color. Ah, Professor. Look at this stone. Such a brilliant blue. You don't normally find stones like this around here. I ought to grind it down. I wonder if it would still be the same color.
Warum das?
To make pigment for my art. Good supplies don't come cheap. I prefer to make my own. Blue is especially expensive. How fortunate that I chanced upon this remarkable blueness.
Ich glaube, Blau war damals auch eine eher teure Farbe. Und Lila. Vor allem Lila war sehr teuer.
Oh, I'm sorry. There I go again, blathering on and on about painting.
Bestimmt ein Zeitvertreib.
Oh, yes. But I know that I can get rather caught up in it and, enthusiastic. You know, Professor, no matter how impassioned I become about my art, you never hold it against me. One could argue that I'm better off preparing for our next battle. I am becoming a knight.
Du sollst dein Gefühl treu bleiben. Schämt euch nicht für eure Hobbys. Außer ihr brecht damit irgendwelche Gesetze, dann übt die besser nicht aus.
Oh, Professor, please don't say things like that. I gave up on my artistic dreams long ago. To support my family, I will be a knight. That's that.
Wirst du das nicht bereuen?
No. I know it's the right thing to do. I'll continue with my art as a hobby. I don't think I could ever give it up. When I see something beautiful, I can't suppress the urge to paint it. I don't have a choice. And if my art can bring happiness to even one person, that's good enough for me.
Lass das nicht die Künstler auf Twitter hören. immer Geld für Kunst annehmen.
Professor, I have a favor to ask. I'm painting a portrait right now. When it's finished, I'd like to give the piece to you. Would you take it? Perhaps it can bring you a little happiness. That will have made the effort well worth it. Oh, excellent! Is that a promise? Because I'm really going to put my heart in it. That is, I'm going to enjoy partaking in this casual hobby of mine.
Okay. Ich kann Ignaz leider einfach nichts abgewinnen. Es tut mir leid.
Hello.
Er ist leider echt einfach der langweiligste Charakter meiner Klasse. Und sein Hobby ist auch jetzt nicht so spannend für mich halt persönlich.
Professor?
Ich finde Künstler ja auch ganz cool, was die so machen.
Professor.
Aber für mich ist es halt nichts. Lorenz, was machst du so?
Well met, Professor. I trust that you have not had any complaints about me lately.
Nun. So ist es. Soll ich mir Sorgen machen?
Do you find it concerning that I've ceased making advances toward the ladies? I've decided that it would be inappropriate for me to continue my search for a spouse while we are at war. I expect that means you will not be receiving any more complaints. I hope that puts you more at ease. Actually, the introspection I've gained setting aside my search has motivated me to amend my conduct.
Schämst du dich?
Not the phrasing I'd choose, but you're not wrong. Selfishly pursuing my own desires caused me to behave inconsiderately. For instance, it was arrogant and rude to invite ladies to dine with me purely to evaluate them. Our experiences in battle have also given me cause to doubt certain preconceptions I once held. Previously, I had considered it a requirement for my future spouse to come from a noble line. I once thought that commoners lacked the power to influence the wider world, as history might suggest. To find a commoner who made a real impact, one has to look all the way back to Nemesis. That was my belief, at any rate. But I realized that I've actually had an influential commoner right in front of me all along.
Me?
Don't you see? I'm referring to you. You may wield the power of a crest, but you are so much more than just that. You have managed to charm everyone around you, to compel them to trust and follow you. Though you may not realize it, that is no mean feat. It is altering the course of history in Fodlan. Your example puts my prior beliefs to shame.
Ja, schäm dich nicht. Ich bin
I
cool, aber
appreciate
du
the
nicht.
kind words. I have always sought to embody the ideal of nobility. That, at least, is a goal I continue to stand by. But now I know that bloodline alone is not sufficient to gauge a person's worth. I've learned much of this from you. You are humble and open-minded, despite your power and skill. That is why I, at least, find you so charismatic. Perhaps that is the wrong way to say it. What I mean is that you set an admirable example. I can only hope someday to be your equal. Of course, you had better keep an eye on me, because I can achieve anything I set out to do. For I am none other than the handsome and talented Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
Okay. Lawrence Hellman Gloucester halt. So, dann hier oben der nächste. Oder die nächste? Claude! Nee, Claude heben wir uns zum Schluss auf. Dann dahin. In Three Hopes haben Konstanz und Lorenz einen Support.
Professor.
Okay, Raphael. What's up? Willst du essen?
Hey, Professor. I think you've been working too much lately. The battle's gonna keep going with or without you, but you're the one doing the most out there. It's real impressive how you can focus on giving orders and fighting. I don't think I could do both in the same battle. I see you running all over the place, even after the battle's over. I just don't want you to wear yourself out.
Mir geht's gut.
Oh yeah? As soon as you say you're fine, that's when it hits you. No offense, Professor, but don't you think some folks might be taking advantage of you? Claude keeps asking you to do things, but you never say no. Like when you gave that speech to the troops. That didn't seem like something you wanted to do. I know you gotta follow orders on the battlefield, but you shouldn't have to do things off the battlefield if you don't wanna.
Ach, du hast Dinge getan, die du nicht wolltest.
What do you mean? Like studying? Sure, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but that was to keep my little sis fed. I had good reason for it.
Ja.
The same, huh? I think I get what you mean. You do things you don't want to do for the sake of everyone else. That's real noble of you, Professor. I guess I can't get in your way if you're doing it for the right reasons. Okay then. I'm gonna keep trying to do my best. But now, I'm gonna do it for you. My little sis is important to me. But you're real important too. I always work hard for the people who matter to me. And having more of them in my life just means I gotta work even harder. What do you think?
Du bist mir auch wichtig, Raphael.
Really? I wasn't expecting you to say that. You're gonna make me blush. We gotta keep working hard together then. At least until this war's over. I'll work to make sure you don't collapse from exhaustion. You got nothing to worry about, Professor. I've been training non-stop. I got your back, no matter what.
Jo. Das war mehr Smartness von Raphael, als man von ihm gewohnt ist.
In the Alliance, the Lords have been at odds, so peace and prosperity have declined there as well. In particular, bandits have been appearing in large numbers near the Great Bridge of Myrden. Rumor has it that the domain's lord, someone by the name of Acheron, is a completely ineffectual leader.
Okay. War noch gar nicht oben im Obergeschoss, fällt mir gerade ein, ne? Ab mal nach oben. Die hab ich nämlich ganz vergessen hier oben. Ist doch keiner da hinten in Rheas Zimmer. Was ist das? Hallo.
5 long years I've searched for you and the Archbishop. It is a pleasure to see you again. The Church of Seiros will follow you from now on. But please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea.
Ja, nee, ich muss meinen S-Rang mit ihr noch kriegen.
Thank you. I know the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength.
Da ist niemand drin. Manuela.
My Professor, you haven't changed a bit. At your age, I'd expect your whole demeanor to have changed greatly over 5 years. Though, I suppose I haven't changed either, right? Thank you for noticing, by the way. Ah, just the two of us, forever young. Oh, let me have my fun.
Okay. Ich gehe dann mal. Hahnemann ist nicht hier. Fehlt's nur Hahnemann. So, er wartet hier noch? Hab ich hier noch nicht gesehen. Ach, da ist er, ja klar.
I've grown weary and impatient. These past 5 years, my hands have been bound. But now, I can finally take action with a clear goal. I'm grateful to you and to everyone.
Hab doch gar nichts gemacht.
Nonsense! Your presence steeled everyone's resolve.
Feels No Hahnemann ist auch echt einfach der perfekte Emote-Name. Mit so einem traurigen Hahnemann. Ey. Das ist echt schwer da zu navigieren. Wer ist jetzt hier noch? Jemand da hinten.
Professor?
Ach, Manuela. Was willst du in deinem A-Support?
So I said, two can play at that game. I told him, a small-time little weasel like you ought to be begging me for attention. Oh, it gets me so mad, so worked up. Why aren't there any men around here who understand what a catch I am? Come to think of it, you've always been nice to me. I mean, you listen to all my problems. I feel like I can really trust you. I don't have that kind of thing with a lot of people.
Du bist eine gute Freundin für mich. Mehr nicht.
Right, I got it. I knew you'd say we were just friends. I'd like to maybe talk about this once the war is over. Once we're all safe.
Habe den Deathflex auf.
All right, enough of this moping around. What we need is a change of mood. We've still got a lot to do together. When I think about that, what are 1 or 2 men?
Sorry, Rhea existiert. Nun. Was ist?
What's wrong is, it's not just 1 or 2 men, it's more like 100 men, maybe even 200, more! I'm completely... Oh, I can't get out of this mood! Actually, I've got an idea. Exercise will help. I'm going to the training ground. Come on and give me a hand. Gonna work my anger out on 100 training dummies. Maybe 200 if we've got them.
Okay. Dann... Wo ist die Quest von Claude? Ich habe Claudes Quest weggedrückt, jetzt ist sie weg. Ups. Kann ich sie hier nochmal anwählen? Ah ja, hier kann ich sie nochmal anwählen.
Oh, hey there. What are you doing up at this hour?
Konnte nicht schlafen.
Is that right? I guess the more you have to think about, the harder it is to fall asleep. At times like this, I like to gaze up at the stars to clear my head. I've been that way since I was a kid. Looking up at the big starry sky makes my dreams feel small, which makes it feel like I can actually make them come true. I didn't believe in gods when I was a kid. Maybe that's because the night sky took their place for me. Hey, Teach. Will you talk with me a while? I bet you figured this out, but I wasn't born in Fodlan. Where I come from, the people of Fodlan are looked down on as cowards. Technically, that cowardice runs in my veins. On my mother's side, anyway. That's why the people who were around me when I was growing up thought of me as an outsider. But I don't believe the people of Fodlan are cowards. That kind of perspective is just based on ignorance. The person from Fodlan who I know best is my mother. She fell in love with a man from the wrong side of the border and had the guts to leave home to pursue that love. I always threw that in the faces of anyone who tried to make a fool of me. My mother is proof the people of Fodlan aren't all cowards. Just saying that doesn't achieve anything, though. I need to destroy the prejudices that have taken root in my homeland. That's why I came here, to see Fodlan with my own eyes. I thought I might be able to find a new perspective that could help me change things. And what did I find? That the people here view anyone who's an outsider as a beast of sorts. I was shocked. Even though our cultures and beliefs are completely different, our two lands have that much in common. That's when I realized the only way to change things is to bring the whole world together and start anew. That's the dream I've been working towards since I first entered the Officers Academy 5 years ago. To unify the Alliance, and then all of Fodlan, and to bring a new set of values to this new land of mine. After that, I'd expand that vision to the rest of the world, break down the walls, and let a new perspective come rushing in. Start all over. Do you think that's just a crazy pipe dream, or a brilliant ambition?
Kannst du das Luftschloss in der Realität erbauen, oder kannst du die Utopie Wirklichkeit werden lassen?
Not too long ago, I would have said it was too much for me to accomplish on my own. But that's not how I feel anymore. And that's because I have you on my side now. Lately, I've spent a lot of time thinking about how I wouldn't have made it this far without you. You and me, Teach. We can go anywhere. Do anything. I hope that you always walk in step with me. At least, until the day comes when we can look out at the peaceful world we've built. Together.
Ich finde es halt super. Claude ist so Destroy Discrimination und Dimitri ist so Destroy Edelgard einfach. So, dann haben wir jetzt aber noch eine ganze Menge Supports mit den Leuten untereinander, wenn ich mir das mal so angucke. Oh, mal Zeteth ein Support, was? Okay. Aber dann machen wir erstmal nochmal ein kurzes Päuschen und gucken uns dann noch die restlichen Supports an. Und schauen mal, was wir danach noch alles machen. Von daher, bis gleich. So. Wie ich gerade erfahren habe von Svenja, bin ich mal wieder viel zu schnell, weil ich einfach durch alles durchlaufe und nichts sage. Dementsprechend machen wir es anders und machen nur alle unnötigen Supports. Wie zum Beispiel den von Setheth. Und die noch wachsen können. Die quasi fertig sind, die lassen wir für den nächsten Stream dann. Weil die Sache ist, wir haben ja bald einfach gar keine Supports mehr. So, die ist auch dann fertig. Die ist dann auch fertig. Die sind dann auch fertig. Fertig. Ist gar keine Supports. Den von Setheth und Manuela können wir uns ja gleich mal anhören. Warum auch immer ich den habe. Ja. Also nur den von Setheth und Manuela. Warum habe ich den überhaupt? Ich habe keine Ahnung. Dann hören wir da einfach eben mal rein.
Manuela, a moment.
Oh, hello, Setheth. I must apologize, but I am quite busy. Perhaps we could talk another time?
I have already confirmed that you have no urgent business. I would like to hear your explanation now.
My explanation? For what?
Allow me to be more specific. Where were you and what were you doing last night?
Wäre die richtige Frage nicht eher, bei wem warst du letzte Nacht?
Oh, my dear Setheth. You must relax that worried brow. Those forehead creases will ruin your beauty.
Just answer the question, please.
What question is that? The one you already know the answer to? Last night I had a bit of fun and a bit of drink. Less of one and more of the other, sure, but...
How much you drink is not my concern. But you are an adult who is tasked with the supervision of children. You should not be causing trouble for the students.
Das klingt so, als hätte Manuela mit den Studenten rumgemacht.
It is unacceptable for you to expose them to your disgraceful behavior. Even more so to impose upon them the labor of cleaning up your mess.
Oh, don't oversell it. All they did was walk with me back to my room.
From what I hear, you had to be carried.
I'd like to think I'd remember that. If it happened, and it probably didn't, it's not as if I'm heavy. Nobody hurt themselves. Did they?
Ja gut, da steht bringen. Ja gut.
Come on, Setheth. Loosen up. If you're so worried about how I'll behave, why don't you join me for a drink sometime? I mean, I only get in trouble when I drink alone.
If it will help to improve your behavior, I would not object to accompanying you from now on.
Well, that sounds just delicious. What are you doing tonight, around...
But first I will lecture you on all of the intricacies of proper behavior in the supervision of children. And until I am done, you will not drink a drop of alcohol. If you agree to those conditions, I will join you. I will even drink with you. Alcohol has little effect on me.
That is just... You know, getting lectured by you is... Well, I think the word is torture. Yes, that's it. Torture. And I won't have it. I'm going to go get a drink and try to forget this ever happened.
How is it that you imagine yourself the tortured one?
Die beiden, ne? So, die anderen, wie gesagt, die lassen wir jetzt erstmal noch. Braucht überhaupt irgendjemand Motivation? Nein, die sind alle voll motiviert. Ich habe 8 Punkte über. Was mache ich damit? Gehen wir erstmal in die Sauna. Mit wem war ich jetzt noch nicht in der Sauna? War ich mit Baltus schon mal in der Sauna? Oder mit Hapi? Hm? Mit Baltus. Ich nehme mal Hapi. Gerade weil ich hier noch eine Menge Autorität beibringen muss. Wir haben theoretisch auch genug Punkte, um mit mehreren wahrscheinlich reinzugehen. Mehr Dampf! Der Harpy ist fast fertig. Harpy ist fertig. Ist dein Pinsel wieder runtergefallen?
Nein.
Sondern ist der Pinsel auf deine Figur gefallen? Hm. Vielleicht hätte ich länger. Ich kann ja einfach mehrmals rein, ne? Ich habe hier genug Punkte. Ich muss ja nicht mal essen gehen. Aber ich könnte mir vielleicht noch irgendwie eine oder andere Lektion machen. Wir nehmen aber noch Balthus nochmal mit rein. Vielleicht hält Balthus mehr aus, dass wir auch mal... Ja. Ich finde seine Sitzpose ja schon irgendwie witzig. Weißt du, jeder so ganz normal, Beine zusammen und er so, look at my crotch. Aber er hält auch nicht so viel aus wie ich. Ach ja, Essen. Genau, Essen und Tee müssen wir auch gleich noch machen. Gut, dass du es erwähnt hast. Nice. Beide perfekt. Und Balthus haben wir auch noch keinen A-Rang. Meine ich. Stimmt, das könnte ich noch machen. Ich muss ja mit einigen noch den A-Rang überhaupt kriegen. Cynthia und Hilda geht noch nicht. Aber Balthus und Leonie brauchen den noch. So, wir wollten mit Hilda Tee trinken gehen. Falls sie Bock auf uns hat und ich sie hier erstmal überhaupt finde. Hilda? Wo bist du? Hilda ist gone. Ah, nee, Moment, unten im Gewächshaus war sie. So, Hilda. Tee. Yes!